Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quail Quickcard, and welcome back to the Community RPG Maker Project, where today I have one big specific goal. I am going to create a crafting system. Now, normally, you would probably do this by making use of a plugin. Well, I don't know how to make plugins. I don't actually really have any coding skills, and at least for this project, I really don't have an interest in using any plugins that I can find that other people have made. So, I have to somehow, within the default engine of RPG Maker, create a crafting system. Which probably sounds, off the bat, like something that would be very difficult to do. I need this on my other window. Thank you. Go over there. But I was actually struck by a great deal of inspiration this week, and I know how to build a crafting interface. I should also switch to my non-mechanical keyboard so we don't have the clicky clacks. Sorry, just a little scatterbrained right now. Just give me a sec to get my mechanical keyboard out of the way. There we go. I swear I know what I'm doing, mostly, probably, perhaps. Alter. Can you be more specific about what you mean by that? I don't quite know what you mean by saying alter. The audio bitrate is not low, YouTube. I can see right here in OBS that the audio is going through fine. Okay. So, we're going to use an inside system. Thank you, Neb, for confirming that for me. Crafting. Alright. So for crafting, I just want something that's very just chill. Yup, there you go. That's our crafting interface music. Okay, so we're just going to have it look like that. The first thing I want to do is just get the boundaries right. I want it to be a room that fits on one screen. So we're just going to put a thing here, and when you interact with it, it does a transfer into the crafting interface. Yeah. Tundra. Okay. Where's that dude? Where did I even put him? There you are. Okay, so that actually is the exact size of a room, since every border is visually there. So the first thing we're going to do is do that. So now we need a way to go into the crafting interface and to leave the crafting interface. So we're just going to come down here to the 40s and start our crafting interface various events. Because there's going to be a lot of common events that are all connected to making this work. So, first thing, yeah, we're going to need so many more variables. We'll just have them all start in the 40s. Craft entry map ID. Okay. And we're going to have that set to the map ID. Then we're going to set the next variable. Oh, sorry. Craft entry X. We are also going to have craft entry Y. And we are going to have craft entry direction. So craft entry X is going to be equal to the How do I do this? So we're going to need to transfer. Are you capable of making new animated cutscenes in this, or is that just not possible? It does not have any default system that would allow me to create an animated cutscene. All I can do is create cutscenes in Engine. You'll have to excuse me as I take bites of my ice cream here. I did not quite finish it all. Okay, so I need this to be equal to... There we go. The map X and the map Y. How many characters can you have in one team? You know what? I don't actually know. I've sort of always assumed that the max is 4. But I've never actually tested that. Okay, so when you go to the crafting interface, first it will set some variables to understand exactly which map you are on, the X and Y coordinate that you are on that map, and the direction that you are facing. Then it will transfer the player into the crafting interface, and we'll just say that it has you facing up. So I'm pretty sure, though, that those areas are not actually traversable. Can I just have a black mask? Alright. I can just make a black mask. Because I do want it to have just a black background. Here we go. So give me a sec while I create this. load up my basic image manipulation software here. Okay. For my basic image manipulation, I use GIMP. So now with GIMP, I want to load in the white mask that I am using. So image, parallaxes, white mask. And now we are going to just select by color, select all of that, and we are going to paint it black instead. Oh, come now. Or is that just... Okay, fine. There. So this is going to be our new black mask parallax that we can use for backgrounds. There we go. Close that out. Load this back up. Crafting interface. And it's going to run a black mask. Just like that. Okay. So now I need the exit. So what are we going to use for the exit? Honestly, I could just use a door. A door would actually work just fine. So in the crafting interface, up here in the corner, we're going to put a door. And... honestly, that's fine. We can just have it do a little prompt, like, would you like to leave the crafting menu? And then we offer a choice. Yes, no. If it's yes, then you leave. And specifically what you are going to do here is transfer to variables. So you're going to transfer to the map ID of where you left, to the X of where the X was, to the Y of where the Y was. And then the movement route is going to be player, direction. I don't actually know how to adjust that to what the direction was, so we'll just have you face down by default. That's going to work fine. Okay. So that should be a way to access the crafting menu. And then be able to leave it. So we're going to test it in a few different places, and we're just going to make sure that it actually lets you access it and leave while retaining your area. So, okay, there's the crafting menu. That's fine. What on earth happened there? Okay. Oh! Right. Okay, that was me being silly. So I made a slight error because the way it's supposed to work, I didn't get there the right way. It's supposed to just call a common event. Where is the common event call? I know it's here somewhere. Common event. Okay. So, common event, crafting interface. Yes. There we go. Okay. Now we can copy this to a few different places just to make sure it actually works like it's supposed to. If it works in 2 places, it's going to work anywhere that I copy it. So that's fine. Okay. So this is the crafting menu. And yes, we will leave the crafting menu. And it puts me right back where I was. And that should work on other maps too. Okay. Good. So now I know for sure that I can access the crafting interface. Perfect. So I also know that the direction of player is not going to be a variable I'm going to use, so I can just get rid of that. I also need blank space on inside to be walkable. And when you go into that area, it's going to turn off player followers. Good. Okay. So, the way that crafting is going to work mechanically is that there will be different items that you come across. And for our purposes, I'm just going to start piling these down at 80. And these are just going to be regular items. They are not consumable. They have no function. They are just placeholder items. And for these ones, we'll say that they're not really worth all of that much. And we're going to try and keep them all using this set of icons here in the green area. So we're just going to create our first 4 right now. So we're going to have bubbling water. And we're going to have flavor packet. And, sure, that looks like a flavor packet. And there's probably going to be other stuff like that I'm going to end up building. Because the next sets are specifically for pieces used to craft armor for specific characters. So I need like an ore. I need something I can use to represent like an ore. Or like an animal hide or something. I know I can make it work. I just need the right icon to go with it. I mean, I guess it honestly doesn't matter much if I end up using a different area for, like, character armor specific crafting pieces. So these are, like, more material type stuff. So that works. So we can use purple for these. So this is going to be a beast-hide level 1. And then there's going to be, like, different levels of these beast hides. I think they're just going to go from simply from 1 to 5. And then the next type is going to be bottle cap ore. So this looks like ore. So this is bottle cap ore level 1. Excuse me. And the way that crafting is going to work in this system is that you can combine any 2 items, one of any 2 items, to create a new item. So, for instance, you can combine 2 bubbling waters, and it'll make you something. You can combine a bubbling water and a flavor packet, and that'll create something else. A bubbling water and a beast hide makes something. Beast hide and bottle cap ore makes something. Eventually, like, a beast hide level 1 and a beast hide level 2 will make something, and so on and so forth. Every crafting recipe will be a combination of 2 items, allowing duplicates. So, that is the way that I see it working. And then, I think it will work pretty well. You feel like this will go very wrong very quickly. I think it'll be okay. Add funny dust to the Pepsi recipe item description. Just addictingly good. I can add that to the flavor packet. It's just addictingly good. The bubbling water is going to be a mystical source of water that never stops bubbling. Beast Hide level 1 is just going to be a low-grade low-grade skin from a wild beast. And this is going to be low-grade raw bottle cap ore. So, I actually have, like, some basic ideas for how these things are going to be combined. And we can use a spreadsheet to keep track of them. So, for instance, right now we have... We're going to make, like, the first tier of these things. And bottle cap ore 1. And we'll be able to use this to make sure that every possible combination is represented. And that way it'll actually be fairly easy to keep track of it over time. So, some of the combinations I had already come up with are, let's see, a bubbling water and a bubbling water is going to be a steam bomb. which lets you flee. Water and the flavor is going to be crude soda. Water and ore is going to be lightweight cap mail. The flavor packet and the beast hide. Flavor packet and beast hide is going to be jerky. And so that's also flavor packet, beast hide. This is jerky. Beast hide, or bottle cap or bubbling water. That's lightweight cap mail. And what other combinations did I have? Flavor and ore was rock candy. So bottle cap or flavor packet, bottle cap or that's rock candy. And then ore and ore is crude cap mail. So these are the combinations that I've already got an idea of what they actually make. Gonna have some more of my ice cream here. It's mint chocolate chip. I'm quite happy about it. So, the next... So I've got a few things that that I don't quite have yet. Water and beast hide. These are going to be lightweight leathers. So that's bubbling water, beast hide, lightweight leathers. So that leaves... This one is also crude soda, because that's bubbling water and flavor packet. So we need flavor packet and flavor packet. Hide and ore. And then also hide and hide. Emran, beast hide plus beast hide equals fresh beast meat. That is one idea I'm not going to integrate, simply because my general idea is that beast hides consistently produce light armor. The bottle cap ores consistently produce heavier armor. So beast hide plus beast hide is just going to be crude leather armor. And then bottle cap plus beast hide is going to make like a general helmet. It's like a basic thing that everyone can do. There's food. Like, you can make crude soda, you can make jerky. It's the flavor packet plus the beast hide to make some good jerky. I still don't know what flavor packet and flavor packet means, though. Emran, do you have an idea for what flavor packet plus flavor packet makes? Because you can have some food right here. We've got 2 packets of flavoring. What happens if you put together 2 packets of flavoring? That is the question. Cocaine. Okay. So 2 packets of flavoring together creates cocaine. So here are our initial crafting options. So now that we have all of that, how do we actually go about making a system work? Well, the first thing I need to do is create some room for all of this stuff that I am integrating into the system. So this is going to include a lot of armors and stuff. Yeah, we're just taking off all of this stuff so we can use it for crafted gear. So as far as items go, we do need the crude soda. And this is just going to be like a worse Pepsi. So there we go. That is just a worse Pepsi. Then we are going to have Common Event 39, which is done by the Steam Bomb. And Steam Bomb can just look like this. And it has no effect. It's usable in battle. It's consumable. It has a price of 300. More item is just going to be more crafting recipe and increase exponentially. That's not fair. It will increase multiplicatively. I think this will work. Like, most of the crafting is basically going to be limited. Like, I don't even know if we'll ever get up to, like, level 5 beast hides or bottle cap ores, stuff like that. Like, this right here probably represents most of everything that's going to be added to the crafting system. Like, this is probably over 50%. And I recognize that with every new item we add, we are adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, if I just put Beast Hide 2 on this list, Beast Hide 2 would add like 5 more items to the crafting system. I recognize that. But there's also going to be like overlap. Like a Beast Hide 2 plus a flavor packet, that's just going to make more jerky. Like there's going to be things that overlap. So I know it's not the perfect system, but it is one that I know how to make. Use to escape from a non-boss battle. So, common event 39. This is going to be for the Steam Bomb. And this is just going to have a conditional. So this is Steam Bomb disabled. So if I'm in a fight where the Steam Bomb has been disabled, then nothing happens. But otherwise, it will just end the battle. There we go. Make a counter so we can see what is the total stuff, not including duplicate, so it doesn't seem over the top. There's still a lot of systems I'm developing here. You'll still see. I do understand your concerns, and they are concerns that I have also had. I think you will see that I've probably gotten a good idea of most of how it's going to work. There's probably stuff I've overlooked, but I have probably figured out about 80% of, like, the major issues. So, steam bombs. So, steam bombs, crude soda. So then there's going to be cocaine, jerky, and rock candy. Those are the other, like, actual item things. Let's see. So, what does cocaine do? Any ideas, Imran, for what the cocaine does? How do we integrate that? And for that matter, what could I have jerky do? I could have jerky be... Yeah, I can have jerky be like a generic okay, sure. That sausage is now jerky. So this is going to recover MP. And specifically, it's going to recover 150. Restores 150 stamina. Okay. And... yeah, we'll say it's like 350. That's fine. Jerky can be damage buff or armor buff. That's true. How much is that? A 25% fluctuation. Restores 150 stamina and increases attack slightly for a few turns. Okay, so now jerky does that. Then the next thing we are going to put here is going to be the cocaine. And we also want this to be good item. Let's see here. Sure, it's in a bag. So this one is going to increase your speed for 5 turns. And let's have it also increase defenses. Because you're kind of like shrugging off the pain. Okay. This is going to be increases speed, defense, and spirit for a few turns. And this is going to be a little more expensive. Because I think that's what I did name the things, right? Yeah, speed, spirit, defense. Okay. So that's done. So now we have the steam bomb, the crude soda, the cocaine, the jerky. What we still need is rock candy. That's the last, like, consumable item that I need. So, Imran, do you have any ideas for what rock candy does in our crafting system? Hmm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. 7. Okay, so I could do 10. 17 minus 10, 7 minus 4, 3. Okay, that works. That works. Let's... Alright, we need something now to represent, like, beast hides. What do we use to represent beast hides? Uh... Hmm. It makes the character have a higher chance to get hit. That's absolutely doable. I can artificially increase a character's target rate, which makes them get hit more often. That's completely doable. I don't know what to use for the beast hides. I need something I can use for beast hides. Some kind of visual shorthand. That doesn't quite work. What even is that? Oh, that's a lobster. I mean, that's clearly just like a roast chicken on a plate. But it's not a terrible option. That's just like a mug. Oh, that's like a bunch of meat. That might work. That's a globe or something. Well, there are some icons for armor, but they don't... Nothing that really quite looks like it would just be like the hide of like a creature of something. That's the problem I'm having, is I need something to visually represent hide, leather, beast parts. I could go for this and just call it I don't know, like animals. I may just need. Oh, the teddy bears? I mean, that's definitely doable. Uh. I don't. I don't know if it's quite what I'm hoping for, though. Oh, oh, here we. This. Okay, there. It's like folded cloth, but it sort of works. Okay, there we go. That's good. Okay, so that's going to be Beast Tide 1, 2, 3. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which still leaves 2 more on the other side. So this is going to be bottle cap ore 1. So now I just need something to represent ore. This is a lot easier because we can just do that. Okay. And then we add a couple pieces up here. We have the bubbling water and the flavor packets. So water, that's not a problem. We'll just have the bucket. All right, that's the bubbling water, and then one more for the flavor packets. And this will represent the first batch of, like, stuff, I guess. So what would look like a flavor packets right there? There we go. Okay. Now, this is where it's going to get tricky. So when you interact with these, it will set a variable and add a certain amount to that variable. What is the maximum value for variables? 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. So 99 million. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 digits. Okay. That's fine. That's completely workable. So here is what we are going to do. This is going to be a hell of a thing. It's going to be like, would you like to add bubbling water? And then it will offer the choice, yes, no. We also need to make sure that these things only appear if you actually have these items in your inventory. Otherwise, they're just going to show up in the crafting menu at all. This lets us hide future crafting potential from the player. It's going to be very clear what they have to work with without being very clear what sort of stuff might become available in the future. So, okay, would you like to add bubbling water? If yes. So I'm going to need multiple common events here that are basically running simultaneously. Actually, I need to save that for Final Fantasy X. Okay. So choice, yes, no. And then that needs to run to figuring out if it is the first or second item you've chosen. If second, do you only have one of them? Then it needs to run the crafting, giving the new item and taking away the old ones. Then it needs to run the check for if first time crafted, add to recipe book. And then it has to reset the second item check. So there's a lot of things that the event needs to run. So if it says yes, then we are going to have the crafting value increased by 1 for the bubbling water. If it is... Okay. If yes, control variables. All right, let's assume that you went for two bubbling waters right off the bat. So it has to check for that. Crafting value equals 1. And then if the crafting value is equal to 2, then it has to check if... Okay, crafting value, this is crafting duplicate check, which will equal the number of bubbling water in your possession. So if yes, crafting value goes to 1. Then if the crafting value is equal to 2, it checks if you have 2 bubbling waters. Okay. No, we can just do this. So when you add bubbling water, first, it sets the crafting value. Then it sets the duplicate check. Then if the crafting value is equal to this item plus itself, so it would be a crafting value of 2, then it checks if the crafting duplicate thing is greater than or equal to 2. If it is, then you craft like normal. And if it isn't, you don't craft at all. So here we can put the next common event. Okay. Let's make sure this works. First, it prompts you with, would you like to add the bubbling water? You are prompted yes or no. If you select no, nothing happens. If you select yes, first it increases the crafting value by the integer that I have assigned to this ingredient, which in the case for bubbling water will be 1, and it sets the crafting duplicate check equal to the number of bubbling water that you have. Then, if the crafting value is 2, meaning if you have selected 2 bubbling waters, then it will check and make sure that you do actually have at least 2 bubbling waters. If it does, it lets you craft. If the crafting value is not equal to 2, meaning that you're not doing 2 bubbling waters, then it runs the crafting. So we need an else here where it will say you do not have enough bubbling water. Or you do not have 2 bubbling water. There we go. Okay. So I think that works. We're actually going to put a thing here that you can just interact with to, like, gain items while I do the initial checks of this. So we're going to say that it gives you 1 of each of these items just for testing purposes. And just because it's always easiest to tell when you've done something like this by having a sound effect, it'll make that sound effect. Okay. So, I have that. I think that is good. I actually don't really need to check it at this point, because so far there's nothing that's actually crafting. Okay, so that's the crafting interface entry. So this is going to be the crafting this is going to be the crafting logic. So first, it will run a check. If the crafting value is equal to 2, it will decrease your number of bubbling water by 2. It will increase your number of steam bombs by 1. And we're just going to add a sound effect there for the sake of, like, immediate testing. And then when everything is done, it will set the crafting value logic back to 0. You do not have 2 bubbling water, and then it will set the crafting value logic back to 0. Okay. I think I can now make 2 bubbling water into a steam bomb. Okay. I can't see any of them now because I'm not holding any of the items. I now have 1 of each of the items. So let's check this out. We've got bubbling water, a mystical source of water that never stops bubbling. Flavor packets, it's just addictingly good. Beast Hide level 1, a low-grade skin from a wild beast. Bottle cap ore, level 1. Low grade raw bottle cap ore. Okay. So, if I interact with this... Okay. It'll help if it's the same as characters. So I can actually interact with it more easily. I think having these take up so much room is a little bit detrimental just to the look of it. We can just like make this a rock. I just don't visually like how it looked. There. That's animal hide now. Okay, let's try this again. Alright. So, it should not let me... Oh, God, that looks so much better. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Okay. So, it should not let me make this. Would you like to add bubbling water? No. Okay, no, nothing ends. Would you like to add bubbling water? Yes. Would you like to add bubbling water? Yes. Oh, right. I haven't actually added, like, the second, thing yet. Okay. Would you like to add bubbling water? If yes, yes, no. Control variables. Okay, we need a whole new conditional here. Because we need second ingredient check. That's what I forgot. I forgot that we need a second ingredient check. If the second ingredient check is on, then we actually run all of this. If the second ingredient check is not on, then we just increase the crafting value. We're getting very, very nested here. So it's going to be this else. If second ingredient check is not on, then you increase the crafting value by 1. And then you turn on the second ingredient check. Hello, Rainbow! I am attempting to create a crafting system using only RPG Maker's default engine because I don't feel like going and finding a plugin for a community project, and honestly, I like seeing how far I can push this stuff. I am objectively not a coder. Just absolutely not. But what I am good at is taking a system of tools and stretching them to their limits. Oh, don't worry, Rainbow. I don't need luck. I just need determination and time. I know everything that I'm doing is possible. It's just a matter of getting it right without making a mistake. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so if everything works, this will not let me create the steam bomb. Would you like to add bubbling water? Yes. Would you like to add bubbling water? Yes. Okay, that did not work. Alright, so where did I mess up? Would you like to add bubbling water? Yes. Crafting value plus 1. Okay. If yes, if the second ingredient is right, yes, check. then run variables. So when I said yes, I was getting up to a value of 2. So if you say yes, crafting value plus 1, then the second ingredient check should have been on the second time I did that. So it should have made a check equal to the number of bubbling water. If the crafting value is equal to 2... Yeah, but I say I'm not a coder because I objectively do not know any programming languages whatsoever. I don't. I have never written a program in code. This is me using an engine to do all this stuff. So, second ingredient check is on. So that would happen. So it would go to here. Then if the crafting value is 2, which it should have been on the second go, then if the crafting duplicate check was greater than or equal to 2, then it would run crafting logic. If the duplicate check is greater than or equal to 2. Otherwise, this is where it wasn't telling me anything. So let's try this just like that. The base crafting value before saying yes should be set to 0 since it's starting as undefined. Okay, we have added a bubbling water. So let's actually check our variables. So the crafting value is set to 1. That's good. Is the switch check active? The second ingredient check is on. And we are only holding 1 bubbling water. Would you like to add bubbling water? Yes. You do not have 2 bubbling water. That is exactly what I wanted to see. So I'm still holding 1 bubbling water. The second ingredient check has turned off. And the crafting value is now equal to 0. The crafting duplicate check is still set as 1, but that's fine because it's never being called without also being reset to a new value. You should make it so you can name slots. Can you be more specific there about what you mean by that? Okay. So this time it should let me create 2... It should let me add 2 bubbling waters. It took away my 2 bubbling waters, and it added a steam bomb, which I can use to escape from any non-boss battle. Assuming that that works, that's a whole other question. Okay. And the crafting value was reset to 0, like it should be. The crafting duplicate check is at 2. Again, that's fine. And the second ingredient check is off. I have just created the working basis for the crafting value check system. First thing we're going to do, we are going to set all of these to be direction fixed. I now have a functional system. Okay, like there's a blank spot, and when you click the empty spot, you can center on your keyboard a name for the slot, and when you press enter, it saves. I don't know how to do that. I'm not sure, and I'm still not understanding exactly how you mean exactly what you mean by slots. Like, weirdly enough, like this is literally a map. I have actually created like a map to serve as an interface because I don't know how to make custom menus. But I did just remember that when you leave this area, it does need to turn on player followers again. Okay, so that functions. That is exactly what I want this to do. So now we're going to copy that, and we're going to move over to the flavor packets. This is the right names that I called them, right? Yeah, cocaine, don't mind that. Bubbling water flavor packet. Okay, bubbling water flavor packet, beast hide, bottle cap, or. Okay, would you like to add to craft using flavor packet? Using a flavor packet. Okay. I think that wording sounds better. Would you like to craft using a bubbling water? There. Okay. If yes, so for this, the crafting value is going to be 10. If second ingredient check is on, then set the controls equal to the number of flavor packets in your possession. Good. Then if the crafting value is equal to 20, which will mean that you have selected flavor packet twice, then it will check if the crafting duplicate check is greater than 2. That is correct. This will say you do not have 2 flavor packet. Then set the crafting value 0. Yes. That should work. I have an idea, but since we are very limited by item amount, I don't think it will be very good. I would love to hear your idea, War General. Honestly, I really would. I don't know if your idea, whatever it is, will be workable, but I love hearing ideas. They almost always inspire me, even if it's not something that can itself be integrated. All right. So now, again, we are going to copy all of this material, and we're going to add this to the Beast Hide level 1. Like to craft using a Beast Hide level 1. If yes, this one, the crafting value is going to be 1,000. Okay. The second ingredient check is equal to the number of Beast Hide level 1. If the crafting value is 1,000, or sorry, if the crafting value is 2,000, okay. See, I basically go ahead, Rainbow, please do. The whole idea is that I need to set values that cannot ever possibly overlap. So, in order for this system to work, I need to make sure that every item's crafting value is always such that you could never reach another one's thing by combining any other 2 of them. So no 2 items should ever be able to add up to a crafting value of 20. The flavor packet should be the only combination that adds up to 20, and so on and so forth. You should add some beehives to trees as decorations, but randomly it will turn into a boss. I love that. We can definitely make that work. Beast hide crafting value Duplicate check. You do not have 2 Beast Hide level 1. Reset, crafting value, done. Alright, and then this one, do you want to craft using a bottle cap or level 1? If you do, so this one's going to be 5,000. So if the crafting value is 10,000, and this is equal to the number of bottle cap or level 1, you do not have 2 bottle cap or level 1. One step, check, check, check. Since your crafting interface is a map, you can make multiple crafting station in one map. It could be a blacksmith store. One crafting station could be for smelting ore, another to make weapons and armor. Instead of a station that can make everything. The idea of my crafting is that everything will just use one type of item. Like, every crafting recipe will be 2 items, and every 2 items can combine to make something. That's the idea I'm going with, because it's a lot easier than going through all of the variables and all of the entries for, like, multiple levels of checking and such. It's definitely not the perfect system. It's not a great system. But at least it is functional. Okay. So, bubbling water. Yes, bubbling water. You do not have 2 bubbling water. Flavor packet. You do not have 2 flavor packet. Beast Hide level 1. Beast Hide level 1. You do not have 2 Beast Hide level 1. Crafted bottle cap ore. Bottle cap ore. You do not have 2 bottle cap ore level 1. Alright. All of these now function. That is good. So, now we just keep adding. If you defeat the bees. I really, really like this beehive idea, Rainbow. I'm actually going to add that onto the later to-do list. Also, I think we can take crafting off the list. Add beehives around. Interacting with beehives might trigger a boss fight. And if you defeat the bees, you just get a second boss that is the queen bee. Okay, perfect. That's going onto the later list. Because I really, really like that idea. Okay, so crafting value of 10 and 1. So this is flavor packet and bubbling water. So it decreases bubbling water by 1, and it also decreases the flavor packet by 1. And it gives you a crude soda. Okay. And I know the sound works. So we're going to add a fade out. A sound effect. Is there like a construction or a building? What is a good sound? I think that works. Okay. So we play a hammer sound effect. We wait 15 frames. We play a hammer sound effect. We wait 15 frames. We play a hammer sound effect. We wait 15 frames. And then we play a bell. Yep, that works. Plays a bell. And it will say, you crafted a steam bomb. Perfect. And then it's also going to have a switch. And we're also going to start these in the 40s. And we're going to say, steam bomb crafted. Okay. Steam bomb crafted. Shop systems. I actually have shops. Yeah, this is just way more complicated than anything else. Also add an energy drink that gives you a speed boost. So a little earlier today, I added cocaine, and that gives you a speed and a defense boost. So, yeah, we have cocaine. That's probably just as good. All right, fade out. Can I make some concept ideas for the beehive look? Absolutely. Okay, let's see if the crafting looks good. If it looks and sounds good here. Alright, we need 2 bubbling waters. Let's do this. Okay, that's a little fast. Also, this is now saying this twice. Would you like the... There. So we're going to... Honestly, the wait between these was so long. I think honestly just going for like 45 frames each is going to be much better. And that says fade out. It should be a fade in. And this one's just going to be a whole 60 frames. All right, let's try that again. Okay. Craft using a bubbling water. Craft using a bubbling water. You crafted a steam bomb. Okay, that's actually a little bit slower than I think it needs to be. And then that last wait is actually a little bit longer than I think it needs to be. Put that there by accident. Alright, we're going to make that a little bit louder. Okay. And go. Cool. Perfect. I love that. I love that. I love that. The timing on that is perfect. Okay. We're just going to add like a little 10 frame pause before it starts the first hammer sound. That is perfect. That sounds great. Okay, so I feel like there is a lot your community want to show but can't. So again, perhaps you could make a Discord server. Yeah. I'm actually going to have a stream one of these days where I set up a Discord server. I've never set up my own Discord server, so I figured it would be a nice scuffed stream to figure that out just live. No idea how that would look, and honestly, that makes it sound interesting. Craft using bubbling water. Okay. If the crafting value is 2, then we have a conditional branch where if the steam bomb has been crafted, it will actually prompt you. You know, War General, you'd be surprised how much I actually remember things. I have a very unusually good memory. Okay, if Steam Bomb is crafted, okay. Do I want it... If it's something you've already crafted before, I could have it say, do you want to make, like, a steam bomb? And then yes, no. And if you haven't crafted it before, it can actually tell you, like, you don't know the result of this or something along those lines. I like the idea of integrating that. So if it has been crafted, you can see, like, craft a steam bomb, and then it will offer choices. It'll offer, like, yes, no. If you don't, then it can say if it's no, we can just... Is there a way to just have it stop the event processing? Is that a thing I can do? Ends running events. Yes. Exit the event processing. Okay. Would you like to craft this unknown recipe? Or be like, I don't know. How should I have that communicated? Like, the general idea of it is just something letting the player know, oh, you haven't made this before. How should I say that? If we just have it stop the event processing, then I could just have one copy of the actual crafting check. How do I want to say that? Craft a steam bomb, yes, no. Would you like to craft this unknown? This is a new recipe. The results are unknown. Would you like to proceed with crafting? I don't know, something like that. Okay. Craft using bubbling water. Yes, bubbling water. This is a new recipe. The results are unknown. Would you like to proceed with crafting? Yes. You crafted a steam bomb. Perfect. So now if I do that again, it should tell me that I'm going to make a steam bomb. Whoops. Something broke. Okay. If steam bomb crafted is on... Where... Where do I put that at? Those are all outside. If steam bomb crafted is on... Then... Okay, so if steam bomb crafted is on... Yes... Turn on steam bomb crafted. If steam bomb crafted is on, when it was on, something broke. So it should have said craft a steam bomb. Yes, no. But it didn't do that. Oh, because it didn't reset. Okay. That's why. Because I took the, Alright. Now it should work. Alright, now I should have 4 bubbling water. This is a new recipe. The results of all are unknown. Would you like to proceed with crafting? You crafted a steam bomb. So now if I do this again, it should tell me, would you like to craft a steam bomb? Craft a steam bomb. Okay. So I should have 2 steam bombs. The other stuff is out of my inventory. Okay. So I think I now have the proper, like, 2-tier crafting system. So now let's make one for the next recipe, which is... actually, I think the best way to do this is to make sure that I include some comments at the top and bottom, just so it's very easy to distinguish where they are separated. Okay. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Make it so that if they haven't crafted it in a long time, it reminds them what it does. There's actually going to be a book. There's going to be a thing in this room that will explain the whole crafting process. That will be available to the player at any time. So if the crafting value is 11, and if crude soda crafted is on, then it will say craft a crude soda. Yes, no. If no, turns off those. This is a new recipe. The results are unknown. Okay. So then it will decrease your flavor packets by 1. It will decrease your bubbling water by 1. It will give you a crude soda. And it'll play all of that. Then it will tell you, you crafted a crude soda. And it will turn on the crude soda crafted switch. So now this whole thing should also work with a completely different recipe. And if it has, then it's all just a matter of making sure I don't make any overlapping crafting values, which I think is easy enough to avoid because they can be arbitrary integers. New recipe, the results are unknown. Would you like to proceed with crafting? Yes. You crafted a crude soda. Okay. Craft a crude soda. Yes. You crafted a crude soda. There we go. We have crude soda. Alongside bottles of Pepsi, Pepsi Monster, Dr. Pepper, a mysterious non-cola based drink of some kind, and of course Diet Pepsi. If you want to see the beehive, look at my community post. Okay, let's actually go do that. Also, this door had a sound effect in it. It really doesn't need. There. All right, let's take a look. Posts. Look at my community post. Got it. Okay, go to your channel. So that's how you do that. Community. I really like that. That's a good concept. I'm actually going to tab that for later. Thank you very much. That's actually really, really good to have as a reference. I really appreciate that. Okay. So I have now... Where's the format? Can I, like, highlight this stuff as I finish it? Crude soda, and steam bombs have all been done now. So we're just going to change the background colors to yellow. Just to indicate that they've already been taken, that they've already been done. Oh, right. We never did come up with the idea for rock candy. Hold on. We were discussing rock candy before. And then someone had the idea. Make it so the character has a higher chance to be hit. Okay. So I can do that. Okay, I need to develop a state for that. And we are just going to provoke. Here we go. So-and-so became easier to hit. So provoke is an already existing state. So we can easily modify this. So we will take the cocaine. We'll make a copy. This is just going to be called Rock Candy. Increases the user's speed. Nah, that. Discard that. Boop. What do we got? Okay. So this is Rock Candy. And it's going to add the state of provoke. There we go, with a flash. And we're just going to say, shiny, sparkly candy that makes you more noticeable. Greatly increases the chance of being targeted. And these are cheap. So there's Rock Candy. Okay. Got to answer my text here. There we go. All right. So let's move on to the next one. So we're just going to knock out all of the... Well, actually, I never actually went in and developed the... like the crafted armors that we were going to be using here. So... Okay, that's got 6 and 11, 9 and 15. Okay, I need another type of armor, and this is just going to be general armor. And then the old lady needs to be able to equip general armor. The Pepsi Mancer also needs to be able to equip general armor. So we need lightweight leathers. Okay. So let's go with the Yeti hide coat. So we have the crude one, we have the lightweight one. Then we've also got the crude one, the lightweight one. We're going to have just like a basic hat, I guess, that a lot of people are able to use. At 16 to 30, 31 to 45, down to 60, 61. That should be fine. So we can put this on Yeti hide. Alright, do you have an icon for the game? Not really at this point. Quill, the character per party limit. What's the max amount? You're right. We still need to figure that out. I think it might just be 4. But we are going to figure it out for sure. So on turn 1, we are going to change party members. I don't suppose you just say, right? Sure. We're going to add more of these default party members. And we'll just see what happens. This might just crash. Okay, it did not actually do anything. So let's make sure it's working at all by just taking out Quartus and trying to run it again. Okay. Alright, so we can confirm that the maximum number of characters in battle is 4. So that definitely does seem to be the case. Okay, so this is going to be where we list lightweight crafted, which is going to be light crafted body armor. And we're just going to have 15 sections of that. This is going to be heavy crafted armor. And this is going to run down to 30. The rest of these we're leaving as placeholders. This is going to be crafted helms. We're going to do 15 slots of that. There we go. Okay, so the lightweight leathers, this is going to be lightweight airy leather armor, so light that it lets the wearer move faster. And we're just going to say it increases agility by 10. And, I don't know, like a little bit lower defense. I think that's a fair trade-off. Crafted stuff is going to be a fair bit, like, less good. The Yeti hide coat is going to be a little bit tougher. And so this is going to be tough hide armor. For 300, it's just going to be tough, thick leather armor. Okay. So this is just going to be double layered cap mail. And it's going to be a thick coat of double layered mail made from bottle caps. And then this is the lightweight cap mail, which is a little weaker, but gives 10 agility. To be a light, airy suit of cap mail. So light that the wearer can move faster. Should be able to craft a living rat to use as armor in combat. Okay, I will add that to the future to-do list, that you can somehow craft a rat. For future crafting, you can make a rat. Cool. Alright, so that is the lightweight cap mail, leathers, the armor. So then the last one is just like a general purpose helmet. Okay. And this one's just going to be general armor, worn on the head. And, we'll just call this the composite helmet. Yeah, that's fine. Say, a universally comfortable, functional, protective piece of headgear. So what is the actual difference between the Yeti hide hood and the gilded hood? 9. That is 11. So I guess 10 is a good midpoint for the defense range. I would say a bomb instead of armor, dealing damage over time for the rat. I reconcile at the... I assuming you might mean you recoil at the thought of having a rat as a beat shield. Yeah, it is pretty terrible. I think that's actually all of the stuff for our current round of crafting. So I guess the next lowest value would be 2 flavor packets with a value of 20. So let's build the next one. Crafting value. Okay, if the crafting value is 20, if cocaine crafted, then it will ask you craft a cocaine. And no. Okay. So it will reduce flavor packet by 2. It will give you a cocaine. You crafted a cocaine. And it turns on cocaine crafted. Because this is such a complex area, this is probably one area of the game's design that I'm going to kind of curate a lot more than I would other areas. simply because otherwise it will just turn into a nightmare, because everything that is being added to the crafting list is just adding so many more recipes that have to be managed. So this will probably be an area where I'm going to maintain most of my control. So let's do water and beast hide. So that's going to be a value of 1001. Okay. But I'll happily take other people's ideas on specific recipes, but in areas where I already know there's going to be a recipe. So the crafting value is 1001. Okay. This is going to be... We're just going to make these now. Jerky crafted. Rock candy crafted. Lightweight leathers crafted. Lightweight cap mail crafted. The thick hide, whatever. What did I even call them? The tough hide and the double layered. Okay. So tough hide crafted. Whoops. The double layered crafted. The composite helmet crafted. So 1001, that means it is Beast Hide 1. Hold on. It's Beast Hide 1 and Bubbling Water. So that's lightweight leathers. And we go with craft a lightweight leathers. Yes. No. Okay. So that reduces bubbling water by 1. That also decreases beast hide level 1 by 1. In order to add a lightweight leathers plus 1, you crafted a lightweight leathers, and then that turns on lightweight leathers. Okay. Specialized crafting station for the win. You should also make a donut, which you can eat. And I'll give you a slowness but energy boost. Okay. We're adding another one for that. For future crafting, a donut that gives energy but makes you slow. I looked this app up in Steam because I want to make my own project, and holy is it, yeah. The RPG makers are legit developer tools. They are not cheap. They are not cheap programs. Which is really unfortunate because honestly, I love these things. Yep, the reason it makes you slow is because it makes you fatter. Okay, and then the last thing at some point I am going to have to... I'm actually going to have to end the stream here before too long. It's been a couple hours already. But before we do, we're going to add the next one, which is the value of 5001. And this is the lightweight cap mail. Craft a lightweight cap mail? Question mark. And then if you do, it decreases the bottle cap ore and 1 bubbling water, but it gives you a lightweight cap mail. You crafted a lightweight cap mail, and lightweight cap mail crafted on. So that means lightweight leather, lightweight cap mail, lightweight leathers, lightweight cap mail. All of those have now been accounted for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 5 more I actually have to design tonight. Like I know that there's concern, and honestly, completely legitimate concern, that this is just like way too complicated, that it's going to get way too worse every time anything is added. The fact is, I have spent a very long time designing it this specific way so that it's going to be completely modular, so that it's actually very easy for me to integrate new things into the system as the game development continues. So let's add a few things. Alright, so a bubbling water and a bottle cap ore. A new recipe. And it creates a lightweight cap mail. And indeed it does. Look at that. A little more defense. And a nice boost of speed. Good. So if I select bottle cap ore and bubbling water, it specifically prompts me for lightweight cap mail. Good. A limited inventory system, and you can drop items. That I'm genuinely going to have to say no to, because I don't know how to do that. I would have to add... The only ways I can think of would require adding dozens of individual checks. Okay, you crafted a cocaine. Lightweight leathers. A steam bomb. Alright, well then why don't I make a crude soda instead? It works! It all works! Except cocaine should not be usable from the menu. Alright, thank you for coming by, Rainbow. I appreciate having you here. It's been fun. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. I mean, that only leads 5 more things I need to put in. I can honestly do those on my own time. That's not going to be too much of a trouble. I did it. I have created a crafting system. All of the parts that I've already planned are not fully integrated yet. But the system fundamentally works. It absolutely works. Now, let's add another switch here. This is kind of a teaser for where I'm going next time. Because this town is going to be a bit interesting. I am going to put little changes here and there to the steam that you can see around town. Once a specific switch is on. Specifically this one to get Promethium. Because that's just a thing that's going to happen, I guess. Okay. This is the other one with, like, a running forge? Wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. This place is initially going to seem like a very kind of like cold and chilly sort of place. But when you get to a certain point in the story, it's going to become clear that this is very much more a town of fire than it is a town of ice. So it's really going to, like, step up just how kind of crazy it is. And I think having, like, the actual, like, fire-colored chimney effects is the right way to do it. I'm actually really excited to test this. And that one... Okay. So if this works the way I want it to, then normally the steam and the smoke coming out of the city should be pretty normal. Yeah, it's good, good. You know, it's light, and it's nice and chill. It's very relaxed. The places that are actually running forges have, like, dark smoke instead of this, like, you know, more steam-looking effect. But if I turn on this switch... now all the steam and the smoke throughout the city changes color. And you really get the sense that, like, stuff in the town is hotter than it was before. That is perfect. That is the exact that is the exact look I wanted it to have. Now, I do need... like, some better flames. Do we have, like, other colors for flame? I don't know. I don't think this quite works. Before I leave, totally, you should have cobwebs to the houses and stuff. I will make a note of that for a future point. Alright, let's take a look. How does the fire from that event look? Oh, nope, that's the carpenter. Whoops. The whole basic idea is that when you get to this town, like, its fuel supply is actually running low. Or lower than usual, I should say. Like, they're fine, but they're not where they would prefer to be. Okay, that doesn't quite work as the flame effect. What if I did this effect? Is this a little too big to fit in the furnace? This might be a little too big. But once you actually get the fuel back to the town, then, like, everything is heated up the way that they normally would keep it, and it's a lot more intense. I think I like that. I think I like that. And then we can actually change the color of it to this blue instead. Just like that. And copy that page, because we do this again in the weapon shop, but we're only going to have... Well, no, weapon shop's fine. I do want to copy these for outside the city, though, because we do have some steam vents on the outside of the city. There we go. And I think once you actually get the additional fuel, the town will probably have a different music too. And the NPCs will be, like, more lively. Like, when you first get here, like, you'll have, like, typical NPC talk, like, oh, it's so cold outside, or, you know, just, like, you know, NPCs talking about how it's cold. And then you get, like, the fuel, and they're a lot more active, and you realize, oh no, these, yeah, it actually was too cold for them. That looks so much better. Like, I love that. Like, all of a sudden it's clear, like, that the burning in this town is a lot more intense. I love that look. here the flames are running blue and purple. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm satisfied with that. I actually achieved what I wanted to tonight. I feel really good about it. I'm going to continue putting in the last of the crafting stuff. Ugh. That I have already settled on putting in. And the next time I stream will probably be finishing up some of the stuff here in Chilltown, doing more of the interiors, adding some more NPCs, and we'll probably get started on the next mission. You know, you can add an item, but only have a few recipes for it. Yeah, I can. I could add some stuff. I could add some later ingredients that mostly result in, like, you know, like, I don't know, pile of ash or some other just, like, failed creation. I definitely can do that. This kind of a crafting system, yes, it can get complicated, but I think with the way I have built it, I think it will be okay. So, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for indulging me as I continuously tried to figure out how to make this work. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great night, and I will see you all on the next one. Oh, sleepy. Let's play him out.